What's up guys, it's Naros, and this is my Narrow Web. Today, we're going to be talking about the infamous drama between Mr. Amazing and Leafy. And yes, I will also be adding a few more subjects as well, in case if you're looking at pretty much how big this video is going to be. Well, not necessarily, but, well, you know me. Anyways guys, the drama between Mr. Amazing and Leafy has been going on for ages, and Leafy hasn't even really responded. Now, I gotta give credit to Leafy for this one, because, to be honest, I think Mr. Amazing is just representing just how corrupt some parts of the intro community are. So, let's go ahead and start the rant against Leafy and Mr. Amazing. So, let's go ahead and start talking about Mr. Amazing and Leafy, Fuzzy, and, well, let's say, the trajectory of the future of the intro community. Pretty bad. Let's start. So this drama was created whenever Mr. Amazing had made a video against Leafy called Leafy is Here Copied Us. Now this is personally, in my opinion, a very negative video, because throughout the whole entire video he talks how his idea for the 80s sort of aesthetic look has sort of become into a generalized mainstream look, and simply for him to say that the fact that he should be able to, let's just say, get rid of Leafy, or take down Leafy, or get rid of Leafy is extremely stupid of him, because the fact is, fair use. Fair use. The reason why a lot of educational institutes, and, well, let's just say, a lot of YouTubers use for an excuse, more or less, also use for an excuse and or an actual legitimate reason to use copyrighted content. That is, for educational purposes, satirical purposes, and, well, you guessed it, commentaries. And, to be honest, it is quite stupid for someone like Mr. Amazing to say that his 80s idea is his and he should keep it to himself, because that's quite honestly like saying that somebody made the mainstream intro sort of look, and oh no, it's your look, it cannot be by anybody else, it's just your look, it's your look only. And saying that the chill intro or the cinematic intro style is completely yours. And that is extremely stupid for someone like to say, because it just simply shows the fact why he has no brains about copyright. Anyways guys, let's go straight into Mr. Amazing's video. So many of the talking points that he talked about were how he created the 80s look, how he created all of these sort of previews and looks that sort of got brought down into Leafy's channel. And yes, Leafy enjoyed this style. Now, is that wrong for him to enjoy the style and want to recreate it? No, that's just like anybody else being a Leafy or Mr. Amazing clone, whatever you want to call it, as they are, to simply copy their sort of style. So it's kind of stupid for Mr. Amazing to say something like that. I mean, honestly, that is the complete corruption of the YouTube community. And yes, I have tried this before, but the only reason why is that I've actually went to a moral standpoint with this, not a legal standpoint with this. What I'm saying is that in an argument, there can be a moral standpoint and a legal standpoint, usually letting that the legal standpoint is a lot more liberal and can usually tolerate a lot more actions that you do. Second is the moral standpoint, what's right and what's wrong. What's right and what's wrong can sometimes, in some areas, override the legality of certain subjects. Simply knowing this rule in the world as we know it is, well, the basis of arguments in drama. For example, many people have the right in Canada to walk topless as a woman. So this means that people have the right to walk around topless and not have any looks? Of course not. Of course they're going to be morally conflicted by other people, and this is pretty common. I mean, would you honestly expect to walk by unseen by anybody else topless? I mean, guys, there's moral standpoints and there's legal standpoints. Get used to it. So the fact that he said something like this is, well, kind of proof that Mr. Amazing is right as well. Mr. Amazing is simply warning people that stop hating on him. He is not a Leafy clone. He originally created the work. But for him to go crazy about it and say that Leafy stole it and that he should face legal consequences is extremely stupid of him to say, and I'm not going to support it. Now, however, I do support both sides, and that doesn't mean that one standpoint or one view or ideal overrides another. So, that's why I am completely neutral on this stance, and this is why we are brought to the intro community. Now, yes, this design and this design that Mr. Amazing has made has led to a sort of an argument with other motion designers, such as Harry B, a lot of the designers that are quitting due to a lot of corruption in the intro community, etc. Now, we're going to be talking about Harry B. Now, yes, I respect his work. In fact, I'm inspired by his work. I love his work. I don't know how to do it, but I love his work. Hopefully, I can try to learn off of him. But the fact is that you don't need to get mad at Leafy. In fact, hold Harry B responsible. Hold Harry B responsible for only listening to a client how he wanted his intro. And you honestly think that Harry B would know about you, Mr. Amazing? Of course not. Harry B just made it simply off of his client's thoughts, and he made a more modernized version of your work. So that doesn't necessarily mean that it's necessarily your sort of art idea. So don't get mad at Leafy, or more importantly, Harry B, the designer of the work. Now, this leads us into another topic, which is, well, let's just say, the corruption of the intro community. A lot of people have been quitting recently. A group known as Leafy has, well, let's just say, a lot of designers in it. And as of now, only 3 designers are still designing at Leafy. This is, well, let's just say, pretty saddening for a group to have over 10 to 15 people in it designing to only 3. The intro community is dying, and a lot of people really don't need the intro community, simply because the corruption of templates has taken over the community. That's right, the corruption of templates has led completely to the own self-destruction of the community. For example, many smaller template channels, not being that very responsible, take somebody's template and, well, let's just say, exploit it for views and money. So, here's a basic concept. This template is put on a template spotlight channel. This channel then monetizes without even noticing their videos. This therefore leads to stolen revenue from the actual intro maker that made it. And this is pretty saddening because this not only eliminates the amount of money that an intro maker will make, this also completely makes the intro community completely corrupt, inefficient, and, well, to say the least, very saddening. Second, the corruption of the community in terms of morality. The members of the community have made a lot of insults against other new designers. Smaller designers have literally no chance at all, with especially the amount of subs on their YouTube channel. And second, to be honest, it is quite hard starting up an intro channel. I mean, also, intros pay as much as a worker in a sweatshop. And, well, let's just say, and that's pretty saddening that an intro maker makes as much as a sweatshop worker. And that is really, really, really saddening. I mean, again, we're kids, but not everybody's a kid. And that, fourth, is, well, my sort of problem. My own personal problem. Cancerous designer chats. Now, it's pretty stupid for me to say something like this, especially whenever I have a designer chat open up. Literally, the only chat group that I had in my Skype was the designers. And to be honest, I was a pretty leading edge designer back in the day. Well, of course, now, after I quit for 5 months and had completely no idea how the mainstream intro community trajectory was going, I came back and I suddenly noticed, oh, well, I completely forgot how to do intros, and, well, let's just say, don't even know a thing about modern intros. So, yes, it is pretty tough for me. And that brings us to Fuzzy. Fuzzy, I will miss you. You have been one of the greatest friends I've ever had, and it's sad to see you and your channel go. Yes, guys, to the other people watching, he is deleting his channel. And one final thing to address about the corruption of the intro community, and that is client. And the final thing I'm going to be talking about is the corruption of the intro community, part 3. That is clients. Clients have been a very greedy, hoggy base ever since the intro community started. In fact, right when the gaming community started, there was a need for graphics and professional art in the gaming community. And that, my friend, shows the very reason why the graphics and intro community is a puppet sub-community of the gaming community. And this shows, my friend, how bad Gamers treat their slaves, I mean, that's quite literally the scaled down lesser equivalent of the British invading Americas, then later turning back on the settler. Clients have been requesting so much to the point that people have to close down free intro channels, and this leads, well, a lot of destruction and channel death in the intro community. Final Fuzzy, I want to make a tribute to you, just to let you know. The avalanche will fall down and, well, eventually break down all of the evil in the intro community. I thank you for all that you've done. You've broken mainstream barriers. You've absolutely broken the possible thought of me. Final tribute to Fuzzy. Thank you so much, Fuzzy, for doing so much for the intro community. And, well, that's it. Anyways, guys, I hope you dudes enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you dudes later. And sorry for posting not as much on both channels, so I'll try to continue. Anyways, guys, it's me, Naros. Nero love, Nero peace, and I'm out.